I want to say something that is rarely seen on the internet these days. I do believe that people who are dismissive avoidant or fearful avoidant can heal and learn how to have a secure and healthy relationship. And I know that might be hard to hear if you've been hurt by one. Avoidants are pretty much hated everywhere you look online, and honestly, I get it. The pain of loving someone avoidant can be devastating in a way that's hard to explain unless you've lived it. But I'm going to challenge this and hopefully reach not only the people who have been hurt by an avoidant, but the avoidants themselves. I've personally been healing my own fearful avoidant attachment style. I didn't know much about attachment styles until a couple of years ago when I started dating my last boyfriend. I used to joke that I could always tell when I really liked someone because I would start acting weird. And looking back now, I realize it was my anxiety flaring up. I definitely leaned more fearful avoidant, but depending on the dynamic, I noticed I would lean more avoidant in relationships with someone who is anxious or even with another fearful avoidant. The other day, I commented on a video about dismissive avoidance and shared that I was healing my fearful avoidant attachment and genuinely believe avoidant people can heal. I briefly mentioned the painful reverse discard I experienced with an avoidant, and a random man responded with, "You should never date again." Honestly, now it makes me laugh, but when I first read it, it got me all riled up. And weirdly enough, I'm grateful it did, because it showed me I still have more healing to do. My immediate reaction was to delete my comment and avoid the situation altogether. I also noticed anxiety around the fact that this is the work I do professionally and fear about how something like that might make me look publicly. After a couple of days of reflecting, I realized I still had deeper work to do, and I found myself wishing I had responded from a more secure place. Because the truth is, that person was likely speaking from their own core wounds. My guess is they had been deeply hurt by an avoidant, and something about my comment touched that pain. And that is exactly what I want to talk about today. Many avoidants genuinely don't know what they don't know. I know I didn't. They may not understand their patterns or why intimacy feels unsafe. They are acting from trauma and subconscious programming formed in early childhood. That is not an excuse. It is context. And when we constantly shame, name call, or villainize avoidance online, we are often reinforcing the exact core wounds many of them already carry: defectiveness, shame, not being good enough, fear that closeness isn't safe. Again, that does not excuse harmful behavior. Healing is still their responsibility. Boundaries are still necessary. And if someone is unwilling to acknowledge their wounds or do the work, you absolutely need to choose yourself and walk away. But empathy does not mean tolerating unhealthy behavior. Empathy with boundaries is the goal. If you're in a relationship with an avoidant person, you need strong boundaries, nervous system regulation, and clarity around what you will and won't accept. And I want to gently challenge something. The next time you feel the need to spew hatred toward an avoidant, pause and ask yourself how this behavior makes you any different. Name calling, wishing bad things on someone, tearing people apart online. Those reactions may be signs that there is still pain that deserves healing too. Because if you are truly secure, you know this: someone else's inability to love you well has never been a reflection of your worth.